Pep Guardiola and Mauricio Pochettino had left the Etihad with contrasting emotions after a dramatic Champions League encounter on Wednesday. 3 days later, they reconvened in the same stadium for a Premier League fixture that carried similar importance. Manchester City needed 3 points to keep the destiny of the title in their own hands, while a win for Tottenham would give them precious breathing space ahead of their top 4 rivals. Guardiola's team were looking for a 10th straight Premier League victory, while Spurs were desperate to improve on a poor recent run that had seen them lose 7 of their last 8 away games in all competitions. PFA Player of the Year nominee Raheem Sterling had netted twice on each of Tottenham's last 2 visits to the Etihad. City lined up in a 4-3-3 formation in possession, although the 2 more advanced of their 3 central midfielders, Phil Foden and Kevin De Bruyne, pushed high in what was almost a front 5 at times. They trusted those in behind, notably fullbacks Alexander Zinchenko and Kyle Walker, and single pivot İlkay Gündoğan, to work the ball through the thirds. Tottenham set up in a 5-3-2 formation out of possession, with wingbacks Juan Foyth and Ben Davies dropping alongside the 3 centre-backs. After the first 15 minutes, Lucas Moura started to drop from the top line to assist the midfield 3 of Dele Alli, Eric Dyer and Christian Eriksen. Spurs tried to push into a 3-5-2 shape in possession, with Foyth and Davies joining the midfield 3, but found it difficult to do so. The quality of the City press consistently pushed the Tottenham wingbacks and midfield 3 deeper, either to receive or simply offer themselves as an option to teammates under pressure. The hosts stayed in their 4-3-3 shape defensively, but with an emphasis on a high-intensity press from the front after a turnover. Wide attackers Bernardo Silva and Raheem Sterling worked particularly hard to press once the ball had broken past them into the Tottenham midfield. From the start, the City fullbacks advanced higher than their centre-backs in possession, but came narrow to join Gündoğan and create an overload in central midfield. This gave Eriksen and Alli a problem. Should they stay in position and deal with the City fullbacks, or drop deeper to track the relentless forward runs of Foden and De Bruyne? Within 5 minutes, this dilemma, coupled with poor marking across the back 5, cost Tottenham a goal. Alli tracked a forward run from Walker down the right, but this created space for Bernardo Silva, the host's most influential player on the day, to work inside and cross for Sergio Aguero. The Argentine was free to head back across goal for Foden, who had neither been tracked by Eriksen nor passed on to a central defender, to score. Tottenham offered most threat on the counter, where City were happy to leave 2 against 2 at the back. With Lucas Moura tending to drop deeper out of possession, Son Heung-min consistently drifted off his centre-back's shoulder, ready to run in behind immediately upon a regain. First-time passes from those behind the South Korean, most notably Eriksen, led to a number of excellent chances for the visitors, but they found City goalkeeper Ederson, who saved from both Son and Moura, in superb form. Later in the first half, City were forced into a change, with Fernandinho replacing the injured De Bruyne. The Brazilian dropped into the holding midfield role, while Gündoğan moved into De Bruyne's spot on the right side of central midfield. They maintained their relentless forward running as a team. The front 3 continued to force Tottenham's defensive line into retreat, creating space for the attacking midfielders or fullbacks to advance into. Tottenham continued to pose a threat on the counter-attack in the second half. Son, Moura and Alli all made runs beyond the home side's back 4, but none could make the breakthrough. Eventually, Pochettino turned to his bench. Victor Wanyama and Danny Rose replaced Dyer and Alli in like-for-like substitutions, before Tottenham's Champions League saviour, Fernando Llorente, came on for Toby Alderweireld as Spurs switched to a 4-4-2 diamond formation. Llorente joined Son on the top line, while Moura played at the tip of the diamond and looked to break from there behind the City defence. Phil Foden's first Premier League goal for Manchester City secured Pep Guardiola's men a priceless 3 points and kept them in the title driving seat ahead of Wednesday night's visit to Old Trafford. Defeat for Spurs did their top 4 chances no favours, but they remain masters of their own destiny and 3 of their remaining 4 league games are at home.